Hi everyone, this is Allie with the Perception Trainers, author of The Perception Diet, and today we're doing part 2 of how to change a negative habit. So in the last video, if you missed it, it's linked down below, and I would highly recommend you watch that one first. So basically what we talked about was the first step to changing a negative habit is to start to visualize yourself where you want to be on the other side of getting rid of your negative habit. So instead of focusing on your negative habit and how it's so negatively impacting you and how much you don't like being in this negative habit or having this negative habit and how much you don't like all the things that it's doing to your life, you start to think of who would I be essentially without this negative habit? Who do I want to be? Who do I want to become? So instead of saying I want to lose weight, you say, I want to be a healthy person. I want to have a healthy body. I want to have a healthy lifestyle. Instead of saying, I don't want to be in debt anymore, you say, I want to have money in my bank account every month. I want to be putting money away. I want to be paying off my debts every month. So you start to just shift your focus off of what isn't working and what you don't want and start to focus onto what you do want, what would work. Okay? So that's step 1. And now step 2 is what I like to call feeding the white wolf. So you may have heard that kind of story where the ancient sage is telling the little boy that we all have 2 wolves inside of us, a white wolf and a dark wolf. And the young boy asks, well, and they're fighting each other. Okay, so the white wolf and the dark wolf are fighting each other, and the young boy asks which wolf wins, and the sage says, well, whichever wolf you feed. And the story was a metaphor for good and evil, I believe. But I like to look at this as a really excellent metaphor for changing negative habits. Whichever habits you feed are the ones that are going to stay present in your life, okay? So when you're changing, I want you to understand it's not about changing overnight. It's not about going from someone who eats a diet that makes you feel bad and doesn't exercise and stresses too much and works too much and drinks too much or whatever to overnight becoming someone who eats 100% organic food, never drinks, never sleeps perfectly and exercises 6 days a week. That's probably not going to happen. Most people aren't able to shift their lives that much because we have a lot of stuff that is a lot of emotional things and a lot of mental stories we're telling ourselves that are reinforcing our negative habits. So you need to understand that. Every negative habit has a positive intention, and that's what we're going to talk about in our next video. But essentially, most people can't just change overnight because there are reasons why we do what we do. We might think that our self-destructive habit is just negative, but it isn't, okay? So this is why we can't just change overnight. So what I like to tell people is think of it more like your dark wolf or the black wolf is your negative habit, and your white wolf is who you want to become without this negative habit. So that's why visualizing yourself where you want to be is so important to do first. So you can actually basically create a vision of the white wolf or the person you want to be, and then you just decide to start feeding the white wolf. Okay? So that's where changing your habit starts to become practical. Is that you have visualized yourself where you want to be, you see a future for yourself where you are no longer engaging in your negative habit, but you have replaced it with a positive habit, right? So no longer someone who eats foods that make you feel bad, and you start being someone who eats foods that nourish your body. You stop being someone who overspends your paycheck every month, and you start being someone who's paying off your credit card debt. You have created this vision for yourself of what your white wolf looks like, and then from there you can start to feed your white wolf. Okay, so that is my tip number 2, is to look at it like you're simply taking food away from the negative habit and giving food to the positive habit. And this is why I want you to, the main reason that I like this metaphor is because this is taking away your excuse to beat yourself up for not being perfect, okay? This is taking away your belief that you should be able to just turn on a dime and get rid of your negative habits, and immediately start acting on your new good thing that you want to be doing, is because think of it, you've been feeding the black wolf for a really long time. Okay, the black wolf is strong. The black wolf, the black wolf is powerful. The black wolf is your habit. It's your habit right now to feed the dark wolf, and for that negative habit to continue to be strong in your life. So this is why change can't happen overnight, and this is a visualization that you can give yourself to just start feeding the white wolf, and understanding that it's going to take time to build up strength in the white wolf. Okay, it's going to take time to build up the place where the white wolf starts to become more dominant than the dark wolf. You have to feed it over and over and over again until it starts to become real for you, or until it starts to become your new habit. You've got to feed the white wolf over and over and over and over and over again until it becomes as strong as the dark wolf, right? So every single time you choose a healthy meal that makes you feel good, you've fed the white wolf, okay? And that doesn't mean that the next time when you choose a meal that doesn't make you feel good, that you've lost everything, right? That deposit into the white wolf is still there, okay? And then you make another deposit for the white wolf. You feed the white wolf again when you go to the gym, or when you take a yoga class, or when you don't buy that handbag and choose to take that $100 and put it towards your debt. That's another piece of kibble to the white wolf. And so you see now that as you just continue to incrementally shift your behavior towards the person that you want to be, every single time you feed the white wolf gets stronger, okay? And that is how I want you to visualize your change. It's not about killing the white wolf or the black wolf and all of a sudden the white wolf has taken over. You've got to feed the white wolf. Feed the white wolf. Feed the white wolf. So every time you think something positively, you are feeding the white wolf. Every single time you take a step towards where you want to go, you're feeding the white wolf. It's not about eradicating the dark wolf all at once and becoming the white wolf, okay? And then the other thing that you can let yourself know is that every single time you feed the white wolf, it counts, okay? So it's not like every single time you take a step forward and then take a step back, that step forward gets erased. That's not true, okay? That was a deposit you made into the white wolf, and that's permanent. That's there, okay? That bank account, or that deposit you made to the white wolf stays, okay? So every single time you do it, you are you're feeding a piece of kibble to the white wolf. It's getting stronger, and that doesn't mean that the next time you feed the dark wolf that it eradicates everything you've done to the white wolf. So I want you to think of it that way. You're not undoing anything. You can't undo anything. You can't undo the positive stuff you've built. And you're not going to be able to, like I said, just never feed the black wolf again and only feed the white wolf from now on. That's not how change works. And don't expect yourself to do that. Don't expect yourself to be able to just completely let go of your negative habit and start only living in the life of your positive habit. You are going to have to transition. And every single step you take counts. And none of it gets erased when you accidentally or whatever go back to your old ways. That white wolf is still there, it was still fed, and you can feed it again. So don't allow yourself to get into this mindset that you can undo what you've done, or that when you make a mistake or when you slip up that you're starting from scratch again. You're not, okay? And eventually, as you continue to feed the white wolf, you continue to feed the white wolf. Sometimes you feed the dark wolf. Sometimes you feed the dark wolf. Then you remember, okay, actually feed the white wolf, feed the white wolf. And eventually, the white wolf becomes stronger, and it starts to take over, and then it becomes your new dominant habit. That's how it works, okay? So all you have to do is feed the white wolf as much as you can. Don't beat yourself up when you feed the dark wolf, because it's fine. The white wolf is still getting stronger. Every single time you feed it, it's there, it's permanent. And you can keep doing it. The only reason that we totally fall off the wagon is because we tell ourselves that since I made a mistake, I've undone everything that I did before, and so I may as well just quit. That's not how it works. The white wolf is still there, okay? You can't undo what you've done. Just keep doing it. When you make a mistake, when you go back to your old habits, that's okay. The dark wolf is still strong. It doesn't mean you've undone what you've done, Okay? So any comments, questions, concerns, leave them down below. I'm happy to answer. And like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, which will be our last video on how to change a negative habit. Talk to you later.